when I was coming up, we were told about Martin Luther King as a black man. Not a prejudiced black man, but as a black man, I do love my people, and I do get along with all people. And and I got some enemies amongst my own race, and I got enemies in other races, but it ain't a racial thing. It's just a thing of the minds, you know. Some people can't stand you. Some people hate you without a cause. You just got to deal with that. But anyway, it ain't about having an enemy, but it's how you deal with an enemy, if the person is an enemy. So, but anyway, when I was coming up, I want to just have a discussion here. When I was coming up, there was Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, it was the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton, and it was so many, Medgar Evers, and so many of leaders that were sprouting up all over the country, trying to make a difference, trying to be a help to the race. You understand? To come up from the muck and the mire of the United States, of the society in the United States, to be equal with everybody else. Or put it like this: to be equal as an equal citizen, have the same rights as every other citizen. That was their struggle. They wanted to be they wanted to be respected like any citizen, any other citizen in the United States. Which this was a long, drawn out process, and it still have not come to perfection after all these years. As many died during the civil rights struggle, many died, many were hung, many people were just killed for just out of meanness during the civil rights struggle. And then we know that's behind us now. But you still you have a president that be a black man that became president. A black man that had a white mother, but he had a black father, so he's a black man too. And he became president of the United States. And you had somebody jump up in the middle of one of his statements when he was standing there speaking and saying, "You are this disrespect." You understand? So, I mean, disrespected the man. And the man, you know, even though I don't care too much for the way he's been handling things, the man is a gentleman. I mean, you know, a respectable type person. You can be respectfully disrespected, but at the same time, he had respect. He held his composure and everything. But I didn't like the way he had been treated. You understand? I mean, I look at Obama and I look at how he's being treated. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say we need to babyfy the man or nothing like that, or pacify him or nothing like that, but to demand the same thing we would demand from any other president of the United States. We want better life. You understand? We want this leader to make things better for us all. But at the same time, I don't really like the way he's been handling things. You know, I'm not here to cut him down because he's doing that to himself. But at the same time, I'm looking at how people are treating the man. You understand? I'm looking at how he's so good to white people and respectable to all people. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm looking at how he's been talked about, how he's been treated, how hard they've been making it for him to govern. You understand what I'm saying? But he's standing. Only thing I can say, he's hanging in there. You understand what I'm saying? But I do think that he's been under pressure to do some things that he really did not want to do. You understand? He almost reminds me of somebody that's like being a puppet. But even though he's been a puppet, he's still disrespected. You understand? He do everything, almost everything they want him to do. You understand? And he's still being disrespected. You understand? By many people. And but my thing is, we had many leaders back during the civil rights struggle, and they represented something. We knew we had somebody fighting on our side. We knew we had somebody trying to help us to better ourselves. Now time went on, and these leaders were slaughtered. Many of them were killed. Some of them maintained. Some of them still alive, like Jesse Jackson, which Jesse Jackson don't raise too much noise. You understand? I ain't here to crucify Jesse Jackson either, but he don't make a lot of noise no more. He ain't making no waves. You understand? But at the same time, He's alive, and I thank God he's alive. And Louis Farrakhan, he was doing the civil rights struggle. He's alive. You understand what I'm saying? But we have so many of our people that have degenerated down to babies making babies. You understand? We got so many of our people on marijuana. They own all kind of drugs. I mean, not all of them. I'm not speaking about all of them. And so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every black person is on drugs, because that's not true. But I'm saying many that I have seen on drugs, and they just, getting high and selling drugs or whatever. And that's not the whole life of a black man, even when he's poor. But I'm saying there are many of our children that are into that and smoking blunts and can't hardly talk straight when they high on that stuff, and they ain't caring about what's really happening. And the government affects us all, but you don't have many of us into politics, because right now, as long as they getting money some kind of way, the easy streak or however they getting it, you understand, nobody's paying attention to what's really going on. Okay, you got our people that fighting each other in the streets and killing one another and hating each other. You understand what I'm saying? Just hating. Brother, look at you. How you doing, brother? He just look at you with this evil look, like, what you talking to me for? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just this kind of no unity. I mean, no unity of the minds. You understand? No nation can make it divided. I don't know why they don't get that. Nobody can make it and become respected if you gonna be tearing each other apart and putting each other down and separating from one another, and every man for himself. And you got to really love somebody. You understand? But see, the only thing that I understand is that it's no love for one another. Okay, I realized that a long time ago, and I ain't just talking about people in the street or just acquaintances. Whatever, I'm talking about amongst family and everything. Ain't no love for each other. We don't have no love for each other. See, our problem is not really we need somebody to lead us. We do need somebody to lead us, but we need to stop this drug thing. Because that's been a number one major enemy of our people, is this drug thing. This drug thing is keeping our people at bay. I mean, it's after our children before they even become 18 years old. They already smoking weed and some of them even doing crack. And then I hear about this heroin thing, that this epidemic of heroin is spreading across the nation. It was this crack epidemic, but now, they're in the road that white horse so long now. They riding old Sable now. Now here they messing with this heroin again. This heroin is spreading through the streets again. And say St. Louis got it bad over there. Brother was telling me it ain't no crack no more. You talk about crack, it's a thing of the past. But they own this heroin now. Now when is our people gonna stop using these drugs? I mean, I understand oppression, and I understand that black people. We don't have the clout like others, and we definitely don't have the unity like others. So that unity, that breakdown of unity, is really what's keeping us apart and keeping us down. It's not these leaders, because unity, where there's unity, there's strength, and we don't love each other no more. And then we don't even have a mind to love each other. See, the mind, let's say, is a terrible thing to waste, which is true. But the mind gotta be wanting to unify. If we don't have unity of our minds and our thoughts for each other, we're gonna be destroyed. And we are already being destroyed. We already been duped into. Our women have already been duped into. Like it's like what is it? Many women talk today like it's a curse to have children. And you can have 1, 2, but if you got a big family, man, that's a bad thing. Nobody gonna be bothered with you with all them kids and all that. But really, if you got a family, just don't be having babies, but raise those babies to become something. That's dangerous to anybody that hates you, because you're multiplying. You understand what I'm saying? But now you got this thing where you don't want no kids. Your mind, they got the mind thinking that you don't need no kids, and it's bad to have kids when the Creator made us to multiply. But we scared to multiply because who gonna feed all them mouths? And then some people multiply just to get keep the check coming in. You understand? Become welfare dependent pension, for life. We want a lifetime, what you call lifers on welfare, where they feel like, okay, these are getting old and they getting ready to get out the door. These are getting old, they getting ready to go. I got to make some more babies to keep this check coming. That's bad thinking. They got us thinking like that. Come on now. We don't need to be thinking like that. We don't need to be thinking like that. We can work. And then if you got boys, raise them to get them educated and raise them to where they can work and teach them to help the family. You understand? And then it just takes one, and then another one, pass it on, spread this unity like drugs spread from one little spot and it spreads all across the country. So can a good thing like unity and love and neighborhood, community, all that stuff coming back into play, and putting these guns up and stop shooting each other. You understand what I'm saying? And stop thinking it's something to kill somebody. Oh, I killed that so-and-so last night. You understand what I'm saying? Well, come on, what is that? You killed a brother. Whatever you was mad at the brother for wasn't enough for you to kill him. I mean, was it worth you killing him? You know what I mean? I mean, whatever you killed him for. Oh, he insulted me. You killed him for that? Come on now. But what I'm trying to say is that we need to put this kind of mentality. Just get rid of it. We need to get it out of our mind. I don't know how we're going to get it out of these kids. But one thing, we got to figure out how to change our way of thinking. We got to. We got to change our way of thinking. We got to stop robbing each other. We got to get that mentality out of our mind. Stop selling our people this poison just to get rich. Come on, man. Stop selling this poison, this rap, this killing, murdering rap, and this drug dealing and wholesaling rap, spreading this rap and putting ideas into people's minds and the kids' minds, and then got them wanting to come up and be something that you never was in the first place. Come on, man. And if you was one, why you want the whole world to be that way? Your whole community, you want them to be gangsters? Is that what you want? You want a whole society of gangsters, right? Come on, you rappers need to chill on that, because we don't need no more gangsters. We need some leaders. We need some leaders, not leaders of gangsters. We need some leaders of our people. You understand? We need to stop selling this poison, because this poison just ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna get it. I don't believe it will. At the same time, just thinking about that, man, what can we do? What can we do to change these minds? I mean, some of these kids is so far gone, they were born gone. They were taught by kids. And the kids was gone, and then having kids and the kids coming up is gone. Mind just gone, disrespectful. How can we, where are the minds, where are the brilliant minds that we can filter ourselves of this foolishness?